Hi, everybody. Good to see you out there. Tom Morley coming at you from Chattanooga, Tennessee, like I have for so many times in the past. Since March of 2020, I'm here with Play Along session number 232. Last week, we played lots of jigs, and I thought this week we should flip the theme around, and we're going to play lots of reels. Great tunes that make up a vast majority of the Irish trad repertoire are these tunes in 4/4 time that can be challenging and busy, but are always exciting to play. And that's exactly how it's going to be here for you and me today. We're going to play some challenging tunes, but it'll all be worth it. And maybe you'll learn a new tune or two. I know I'm going to introduce a brand new tune I'm very excited about, a new different reel than I've ever played in all this time. But grab your instrument, your fiddle or your flute or your mandolin or your guitar or your harp, whatever instrument, maybe your accordion, and let's jump into it. What do you say? The first of 10 great tunes I'm going to share with you today. The first one is called Ships Are Sailing. It's a very famous and very popular Irish reel in E minor, Dorian off the D major key. And it is challenging, that's for sure. There's a bunch of different things for fiddle players to think about. There's triplets in it. So right away in the second measure, 1 and triplet, 1 and cinnamon, 3 and cinnamon. Remember that when you see an Irish triplet, you do the first 2 notes quick, and the last one you land on a little slower, so it's more like 2/16 than an 8. Once you get the first 4 measures of Ships Are Sailing, the B section is pretty much a repeat of that, so that's really good. Then when you travel onto the B section of the tune, it is busy. Lots and lots of eighth notes, but once again, it's repetitive. Once you do that once, then you do it again, and then you do it a third time. So that makes it hopefully a little easier. What I do like to point out, particularly in reels, because they are so busy, and you look at the sheet music on the page and you're going, there's so many notes, but almost always there's going to be repetitive phrases that get used over and over again, and we're going to see that all through our play along session today. And once you realize that it isn't just a constant stream of random notes, that might make it a little more accessible to each and every one of you. You fiddle players, I like to point out an interesting thing. It starts on an up bow, scoop up. So sometimes it helps to actually start on an up bow instead of a down bow. And in that second measure, with the 2 eighth notes in the triplet, you want to make your first eighth note really fast with your down bow, bang, so that you have plenty of room to do all those other notes. So you got 1 note in the down bow, and da 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 da. You've got 4 notes in the up bow, so you want to move it fast, which will give those down bow notes a big punch, and there's nothing wrong with that either. So that's a little accent that happens. All right, guys, let's get into it. The first time a little slower, and then we'll do this tune 2 times. Okay? Ships Are Sailing 2 times around. First time a little slower, and then we'll speed it up for the second time. Here we go. 1, 2. Ships are sailing. 1, 2. we go. There we go. A very exciting tune. Our first reel in our really good time here tonight. It's called Ships Are Sailing. It's one that really every good trad player ought to have in their repertoire. It's one of the top 10, top 20 reels when you look up those kind of lists. Once again, a torrent of notes, lots and lots of eighth notes, hardly any quarter notes at all in a tune like this. And just keep in mind when we're learning these kind of challenging Irish trad tunes, if I like to tell my students, if you think picking up fiddle tunes is easier than playing classical music, it isn't always. Sometimes the Irish tunes are very challenging and make you use lots of notes in lots of configurations and lots of bowing. So they can be just as challenging as medium level classical tunes. But let's relax after that first busy tune and do a tune that's called Scully's Reel. This is a tune that comes from the Portland collection, and I know it's a popular tune for contra dances on the East Coast and the West Coast both, and that's how it wound up in that famous book of tunes called the Portland collection. This tune, after looking at the sheet music that I provide for you guys for Ships Are Sailing, this looks a whole lot easier, doesn't it? Yes. So this is a much less busy reel with Irish roots, and some folks, when they play it, they notice that it has a similar melody, especially at the beginning, to the hornpipe King of the Fairies, and it sure does. I have to be careful myself to play this straight with no hornpipe lilt, and make sure it turns into Scully's Reel and not King of the Fairies, so you want to be careful on that. Here we go, 3 times around on this fun tune, also in E minor. Scully's Reel. 1, 2, 1, 2. Reel, a very popular tune for contradance players on both coasts. And I like to play this tune and also teach it because it is a reel, but it has a much simpler melody full of much more quarter notes than eighth notes. And it's nice to kind of balance your tunes after you've finished playing a really busy tune. Then look for a simpler tune to play that will give you a different way of playing, right? That's exactly what happened. All right, well, this is our special play-along session, number 232, full of reels to give you guys a really good time. And another reel here, the first two tunes we played were what is often called double reels because each phrase is 8 measures long and then you repeat it. And but there's also tunes called single reels, and each phrase is still 8 measures long, but you do not repeat it. And it's often because the tune is quite repetitive in 4-measure phrases to begin with. So the eel in the sink is a great example. If you've got your sheet music in front of you here, the first 4 measures match up with the melody that's the second 4 measures. So why should anybody repeat that again if you already heard that 4-measure melody twice, right? And the same thing happens in the B section, although there is a little variation in the 3rd measure in that little section. But basically, you got the same little 4-measure melody twice. And this happens a lot in single reels. And we'll play another one a little later, and we'll see the same kind of phenomenon. Nothing wrong with that, and there still can be wonderful tunes to play, and they're often good tunes to work on, play by ear or by heart, by memory, because you're going to hear these melodies come back, these shorter melodies repeated more often, and it'll give you more chances to hear it and play it by ear. That's the way I like to look at those things. So here we go in the key of A minor here. We've got the A minor Dorian key. The Eel in the Sink is the name of this tune. It does have some triplets. It's, once again, some little challenging bits here. You've got in the B section, you've got... so you've got a fingered and bowed triplet, cinnamon da-da-da, you've got that. And you've also got the option at the end of the tune to play a grace note. So that's flicking your 3rd finger in between the 2 first fingers. If you don't play it, guess what? It won't make any difference really. But you can see you've got some challenging opportunities to add triplets and a grace note if you want to do that. So here we go. We're going to try this 3 times around. A great single reel that's always been a favorite of mine called the Eel in the Sink. 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. session, you could play a tune like that, a single reel, more than 3 times. You could play it 4 times, even 5 times if everybody's having a good time with a tune like that, because it is short. It's half as long as a double reel. So you can intersperse those. You can even mix them in a set with double reels. All of your reels don't have to be the same length, and you can have fun with that as well. But I hope you could hear the repetitive phrases in that tune, and you could see how they're fun to play and great for learning. So the eel and the sink, one of my favorite single reels. The next tune I've got here, boy, I'm excited about teaching you this one. This one is a debut tune. It's first time I'll ever play this in all the sessions since March 2020. It's called The Stone of Destiny. Okay, this is a tune written by master Irish fiddle player Maurice Lennon, and it's got a very interesting background on this tune. He wrote it as part of kind of a theme album that he did almost 25 years ago, and the first time Fran and I visited Ireland, which was back in 2002, I went to a record shop and a CD shop and bought this record, this CD, and really enjoyed this reel called The Stone of Destiny. Well, years later, as coincidence would have it, in little Fairhope, Alabama, the town where we had the pub, McSherry's, where I would play every Sunday night, Mr. Maurice Lennon walked into the building, and he had moved temporarily to Pensacola, Florida, just about an hour away, and we all became friends with him, and he would come regularly to the pub and play all the tunes with us. And we got a master class in Irish fiddling as he would play these tunes and share them with us. And he often introduced tunes that he wrote, and I was familiar with this tune. And so when he played it, I paid attention and learned it pretty much personally from the composer himself, Maurice Lennon. Maurice is he's back in Europe and Ireland, and he performs regularly. And every time I play a tune like this, I think of all the magical, amazing, unbelievable, almost dream sessions that we would have in Fairhope, where we would get the opportunity to play along with an absolute master Irish musician. So, The Stone of Destiny is the name of this tune, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, it looks challenging on the page, and it is. It's a busy tune, but Maurice is kind of a master at taking little phrases and hooking them together and making tunes out of them. So the A section of this tune, you're going to hear that a little bit. The ending of the tune is something I want to point out to you, the 2-measure ending in the A section and the B section. Let me play that again. Guess what? The A section ends with that little melody, and so does the B section. So there you go. That's a quarter of the tune right there, isn't it? Then, in a very unique trick, in the A section of the tune, when you get about halfway through it, after the first 4 measures, you play a little melody that goes like this. Hope you see that there. He takes those 2 measures, and that becomes the exact melody over and over again of the B section. So when you hear that, so that 2-measure phrase gets played once. If you include the repeats, once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So once again, once you learn to play, you've got most of the rest of the tune figured out. So there's your little mini lesson on it. Let's play it 3 times around, everybody. I'll play it extra slow the first time so you can get your fingers around it and hear the melody. Then we'll play it successively a little faster for the second and the third times. By the third time, even though it's a brand new tune, I'm going to play it a little more up to session speed. I'll tell you, when Maurice would come in and play his tunes, he would play them fast. So you had to be ready with your bow and your fingers to keep up with him. And it was a good way for me to practice playing some tunes really fast. He liked to do that. I won't do that to you, though. Here we go with a great reel in the key of G, The Stone of Destiny by Maurice Lennon. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it goes. Folks, I hope you like that tune. That's a contemporary reel written by Maurice Lennon, the master Irish fiddle player, and I was excited to share that with you today. So I hope you enjoy that tune and work on that on your own and maybe add it to your repertoire. I haven't played it in a very long time. I haven't had any outlet or reason to play it. So there's all kinds of tunes that are up here in my head and my fingers that I still have not shared with you guys and have not played. So that was fun for me too. Here's a tune that we played all the time at McSherry's pub back in Fairhope, called the Peeler's Jacket. The peeler is a nickname in Ireland, a slang term for a policeman. So it's the policeman's jacket. And another tune in G. Here we have two complete melodies, different melodies. The A melody is the first 8 measures repeated, and the B melody, the second 8 measures, is repeated. 2 distinct melodies in this tune. But guess what? Those 4-measure phrases, once again, get repeated a lot. So it's not too bad. There are some challenging bits in this one as well. There's some more grace notes and some triplets. But that's what you got. That's what you got to do in a bunch of Irish reels. So I knew a lot of these tunes here today would be somewhat challenging for you guys. Hope you're enjoying it. 2 times around here now on a great reel in G called the Peeler's Jacket. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jacket. That's a classic tune. It was published 120 odd years ago in the O'Neill collection and has been a popular tune ever since. So, like I promised you this time around, a really good time with lots of reels, and we're going to continue with that after I give you guys a couple quick announcements. I'll be back next Monday. That'll be Labor Day Monday. This will be the 6th time. I guess I will do a Labor Day Monday play-along session. 20, 21, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it'll be the 6th Labor Day Monday that I'll share some tunes with you guys. So, if you don't have anything going on, I hope you'll join me, and we'll just have a nice mix of great Irish trad tunes. Don't forget that if you're watching me now on Facebook and you're going to go back and look at it again for any reason, play along with me or try some other tunes, my live streaming sessions stay up there on my page for 30 days, and then Facebook deletes them. They are gone forever. But of course you can go over to YouTube and go to my YouTube channel instead, where all of my sessions from 2025 in particular are right there ready for you to check out and play along to anytime you want. You can skip over all my talking, which is not a bad idea whatsoever, and go to any tune you want. And you can also change the speed. So all the tunes that I share with you all the time are also available in perpetuity, basically on my YouTube channel, even though they'll disappear on Facebook. So I took care of that problem. You can check me out and play along with me any old time you want. Don't forget that. So there's really my only messages to share with you guys. We'll be looking, of course, next week will be the first day of September. My goodness, that's amazing to think of. We'll be into the last third of 2025. And I'll have some tunes for you, of course, and as many Mondays as I can. And we'll continue to meet up and have some fun. What do you say? And tell your friends. And of course, if you check me out on YouTube, hope you'll like the videos you watch me of my sessions, and subscribe to my channel. And tell all your friends as well. Hope you'll do that too. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in here and playing along with me today. Plenty of you from all over the country, all over North America, really, and I really appreciate it. I can kind of visualize you all out there playing along, so it's always wonderful for me. Green Grow the Rushes is our next reel. It's another single reel. It's an 8-measure phrase that isn't repeated, followed by another 8-measure phrase. And here, each 4-measure phrase is exactly a match of the one you just played. It's a great tune for playing by ear or looking away from the music and working on playing by heart, which is, of course, something we want to do with all of our trad tunes if we can, be able to play as many without looking at the music anymore, so that you can play along with your friends at a pub or in any session. This tune, just last week, I taught it to one of my own students, and within just the time of their lesson, they had figured it out and pretty much memorized it, and was able to play it along with me. So that's why I think this is a great tune. It's called Green Grow the Rushes. Beautiful little name for the tune, in the key of G, and that's a happy, wonderful little melody. So let's play it 3 times around. What do you say? Green Grow the Rushes. Single reel in G. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tack that note on at the end, one big final G, or you'd hook it to another tune, of course, if you wanted to. Hope you like that one. It's one of my favorite single reels called Green Grow the Rushes. A great tune to learn and play by ear or to play by heart. Willafjord, that's our next tune. We're going to jump from Ireland. All those tunes were from Ireland, but now we're going to visit the Shetland Islands, and here's one of the most famous reels to come from the Shetland Islands. A lot of people like to play this tune along with Scots-Irish and make kind of a Shetland reel set out of it. This tune is really different from Scots-Irish, and has all this wonderful syncopation in it. Dun, da, da, 1, 2, and 3. It's all over the place. It makes it very unique and very memorable. And let's play this tune 2 times around. What do you say? Willafjord from the Shetland Islands in the key of D. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Willafjord is the name of that crazy tune. I don't know any other reel that has so much jumpy little syncopation in it, but it is a really fun tune to play. Well, we need to slow everything down here. We played so many tunes in 4/4 time here. We played The Ships Are Sailing and Scully's Reel and The Eel in the Sink, The Stone of Destiny, our new tune, Green Grow the Rushes, The Peeler's Jacket, Willafjord. So we played lots and lots of tunes in 4/4 real time, haven't we? Well, this is another tune that I've arranged in 4/4 time, but it's slow and beautiful. It's Wild Mountain Thyme, also known as Will Ya Go, Lassie Go, and it's got Scottish and Irish roots. It's an Irish folk song with Scottish lyrics, and you can look it up. There's a wonderful Wikipedia article on Wild Mountain Thyme if you're interested, and it's slowly come down to us the way that we know it, and it's been recorded hundreds of times by different singers, Celtic singers, and also the Celtic women and the different ensembles. It's such a famous and well-loved tune, and it also makes a very nice instrumental. It's got definite kind of Scottish feels to it with the kind of the quick note followed by the long note. That's a Scottish kind of a thing, and it makes a lovely tune on your sheet music. You see I included all the lyrics, and you can probably think of those in your head as we play it. You've got the chorus, and we'll all go together to pull Wild Mountain Thyme, all around the purple heather, will you go, lassie, go. So here we go, 2 times around on a beautiful melody called Wild Mountain Thyme. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Celtic melody there for you to change us up from all the reels that we've been playing, called Wild Mountain Thyme. What a pretty tune. Let's also play a tune from Turlough O'Carolan. What do you say? Last week when we did all those jigs in 6/8 time, I found a lovely melody from Turlough O'Carolan that was also in 6/8 time. It wasn't a jig, but it fit the theme real well. And I did the same thing here. We've got a tune that Turlough wrote that's an exciting little melody in 4/4 time. And you might say this is O'Carolan reel. And it's called Planxty George Brabazon. And I'll send this to my dad, who's also named George. And it's a fun tune to play. And you can hear kind of the classical sound in it, but it also sounds Irish all at the same time, like many of his tunes that he wrote in the late 1600s and early 1700s. So this tune is centuries old. And once again, it can be so much fun. It's got a lot of that kind of thing, and up and down the scales. It makes it a lot of fun. Let's do this 2 times around. He wrote it for the harp, but of course we're all going to play it on our instruments instead. Here we go. Planxty George Brabazon. 1, 2, 3. Turlough's great old tunes called Planxty George Brabazon. What a nice, exciting, happy tune to play to just about finish up our session here, number 232. I want to thank each and every one of you, coast to coast, as Fran wrote, north to south and east to west tonight. We had viewers tuning in from North Carolina, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Florida, Montana, Missouri, Alabama, Indiana, Minnesota, Oregon, Michigan, California, and Nova Scotia. So, wow, thanks to each and every one of you for keeping the tunes coming from yours truly. And you can look for me next week with session number 233, right? Let's finish it up with a polka. We got to do that. Polka time, the Rushy Mountain Polka. Here we go, 3 times around on this fun tune in D. 1, 2, 1, 2. the polka. Thanks for joining me for lots of reels here today on session number 232. You all take care this week. Be good to yourselves. Try to keep a positive attitude. Play a tune for someone, maybe just for yourself, and do good things. All right? You take care, and we'll see you next week on Labor Day Monday, September 1st. Bye for now.